check, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. 1 2 1 2. Hello. Tap. Alright. Alright, I'm going to do this drawing here. This is mod 3. This is the third drawing, the third example that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing this from the side. And here we go. Alright, we're going to get it down to the ground. 4 5/16 gets to the top of this drawing. So the height of this drawing is from the base to the middle of this is 4 5/16. The diameter of this is 1 9/16. So you have to divide the diameter 1 9/16 by 2 to get the radius, and then you add the radius to 4 5/16 to get the overall height of the whole drawing. So, and also this 8.80 ream is the diameter, so you have to get the radius before you put that in. I'm going to start off at the bottom. I'm going to go 3.5 across the bottom, and again, I'm not really going to be talking about the angles because you guys should know this is 30 degrees, up and this way is 150, down to the left is 210, down is 270, down and to the right is 330, up and to the right is 30 degrees, so I'm just going to go ahead and get 3.5 at 30 degrees, 3.5. I'm going to start on the base, and then I'm going to go up here 1 1/8. I think 1/8 is 125, so I'm going to do 1.125 at 90. I'm going to put my glasses on. Alright, so this is what we need right here, and the height of this right here, the overall is, let's see, 2, so I'm going to go up 2 from this point right here. And I'm really drawing lines that we need. I'm drawing the framework, but I'm also putting in guidelines. The thickness of this section right here is 5.05, this section right here. But first, from this corner, we're going to go 2 7/8. And 7/8 is a decimal, is 0.875. So I'm going to go 2.875, 2.875 at 150. And now the overall height of this section right here, we don't know, so I can't put that in. I'm going to have to work my way around the back and come back down to get the extra height right there. So what I can keep doing is what I know how to do right here. So 5.5 from this point right here. So 0.505 at 330. Hit escape. I can delete this line right here. That's a guideline. I don't need it anymore. I can left click, right click, copy selection, and from the lower right hand side, copy it there. And then I don't know the thickness of this either, so I'm going to have to get that later. I do know that the radius for this section back here is 4 7/8. So I'm going to pause the video, which I can't do. I cannot pause, so I'm going to keep going. This video, you might want to skip to this one. I'm going to figure out where to put... Okay, this 4.5 radius on this circle right here through the middle, we're not going to put that. We're not going to do these dashed lines. So we're just going to leave that blank, and we're going to use the 4 7/8 on the outside. So what I'm going to do is, and it's saying it from right here, this corner right here, which is down here, and 4 7/8. So what I'm going to do is up here, I'm going to go down. 7/8 is 0.875. So I'm going to go 4.875 down to 270. And I'm going to use this as the point to put the ellipse. It might not work. I might just manually make it work by moving it to fit this point right here and this point right here. That's also a way to do it. So I'm going to press I, enter, and right here I'm going to do 4.875, 4.875, and it looks like this needs to be moved over a bit. So let's see, I'm going to draw a line just going right through here at 210, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to right click and I'm going to move this point until these lines match up. Okay, so what is that? Alright, let's see if there's any sort of connection with this. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to trim off the stuff so it starts making sense. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of the lines I don't need and keep that right there. And that's the last we'll need. Actually, we'll put this right here as well. So let's see. How do I determine the height of the thickness of this? This is 1.75, 4 1/8 radius. So that would be 4.5 minus 4 7/8 is the thickness of this right here. So 4 7/8 minus 4.5. So 4.875 minus 4.5, that's what, 0.375. My math was great. 0.375 is the thickness of that. So I'm going to go down 0.375 at 270. And then the thickness of this line right here is, let's see, 1.8. Just go up from here. This is got a guideline that I'm going to delete, and I'm going to snap into that line that we just made right there, and then go over to this point at 150, trim this line off. And now this is going to be the point in which I do 1.88 from this point right here. 1.88 at 150. That should connect right down to this at 270, which it does. And now I can trim this off. And then I can copy this up here and then off of here. And now I don't know how tall this line is right here, but I at least know that it connects with this, so I can put it right there to trim off this section and this section, and I know that this line stops right there, so I'm just going to come up at this point, and I'm going to trim out this section and leave that blank for now. And I'm going to go back to the other side of the drawing. So it looks like this curve right here is 1/8 radius, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to do that line right now. So I'm going to do 1/8 down here, so 1/8 at 270, and 1/8 at 150, and then right in the middle of this X, I'm going to press F5 to make an isoplane left right here, and now I'm going to type EL for ellipse, I for isometric, enter, and then I'm just going to come out here and meet this section right here. And I should have kept the rest of this circle right here, but it looks like I did not. So you know what? I'm just going to trim this off and keep what is there. Control Z, get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this. And that line kind of ends there, but I'm going to continue it through to that point right there. So you can click on that edge and drag it to where it intersects this line right here, and then trim off that section right there. So that's still useful. And then we're going to do the same thing here, but first we need to get to the top of the drawing so we can do the radius here, and then we're going to do one up here. Alright, now we're in this point. We need to go all the way to the back, so that's 2 7/8, which is 875, 2.875 from this section right here. We're going to go to the back of the drawing, so 2.875 at 150, and now I need to get to the top of this section right here, which would bring me to this little X right here in the middle of those ellipses, and then I'll come back this way 2 1/8 right there. So I need to go 4 5/16 up into the air, so that's 4 point, I don't know what, 5/16, and the computer froze. Alright, 5, yeah, like I can do that. Okay, 5 divided by 16, 0.3125. 0.3125, so 4.3125. 4.3125 at 90. And now I'm going to come over 2 1/8, so that's 2.125 at 330. And that gets me right here. So I need the overall height, which is this larger ellipse, which is 1 9/16 divided by 2. 1 9/16 divided by 2. It's 0.78125. So I'm going to put that ellipse right over here. I need to press F5 to go to the right isoplane. So EL, enter, I, enter, click, 0.78125. And I need this for the back of the drawing as well. So I'm going to left click, right click, copy this to the back, like so. And then I can go ahead and do the tangent from the center here. You'll see it will snap in to that little point on the end of the ellipse, and then similarly over here. Alright, now I can just go ahead and put in the center of 0.88 is what I'm going to use for the diameter of this. Divide that by 2, it's 0.44, so I'm going to press E, L, enter, EL, enter, I, enter, 0.44. Alright, now I need to get to this point right here. What am I going to do? I need to get down here. So the difference between this back end, what is the length of all this? 3/16 down. 3/16 from here to here, and then it goes down from the middle of 3/8. Okay, so I need to draw a line down from here, and then I need to go back 3/16 at 150, and I need to go down until it intersects what is the height of that? It doesn't say. So what I would do is find a point in which it does intersect right 3/16, so that comes through. Okay, so that would be, I need to draw this line from here as well. So I need to copy this line. This is a little complicated. Copy this to here, and now I need to, whoops, I guess I didn't need to do that, that was redundant. Copy this point to here, and draw this line down. So it looks like we are going to have to go back and put that 4.5 radius here in the middle from this point. So I'm going to start from this point right here where that circle comes down. I'm just going to go 4.5 down at 270, enter. And now I'm going to type EL, enter, I, enter, click here, 4.5. And now, where this line intersects this line, oh, hold on. We did not need that, so hopefully you didn't do that. I need this line right here. So I'm going to copy this selection from this point to this point, and now where this line intersects, this ellipse intersects this line is where it comes over at this angle. Right there is where this stops. TR, enter, enter. And I can clear this stuff out now from under here. Okay, and this is 3/8 width, so right now we're in the middle of this, so we need to divide 3/8 by 2. 3/8 equals 1875, so we're going to go, let's take a look at this drawing. 1875, I really need to copy this ellipse here. So I'm going to copy this ellipse from this point where it intersects, and I'm going to go, I don't really know how to do distance on an ellipse off the top of my head without looking that up, so we're just going to fake it for the sake of this drawing and go 0.18, 1875, straight up at 210. then same thing this way, 0.1875, 0.1875 at 30, and then come down. And we're just going to steal off that section right there. That's probably not right, but we're just going to use it anyways, as if it were, because it gives this the 3/8 width that we're looking for. So if we trim this stuff off, whoops, definitely didn't want to do that. This is the point in which we're just going to go up at 90 degrees until it connects with the ellipse at the bottom. And then we're going to trim this stuff out of the middle so it starts to make sense. Right here, and we're going to keep that line right there. And then since this is absolutely the point in which it connects in the middle, we're going to draw a line over here at 150. And then we're going to trim this stuff we're going to trim this stuff off. Did I draw that wrong? Yes. Okay, now I'm going to trim it off. Alright, and then I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need this part anymore either. As well as this. And whoops, deleted something we definitely needed. Definitely need that. Alright, and now this line in the back, I deleted out on accident. I can just go ahead at 150, draw that through there, trim this off in the back. And now we're at the top. We can get rid of this stuff, right? This comes over at the tangent on the top. 2 and 23 30 seconds, 23 30 seconds, 23 30 seconds as a decimal is 71875. So from this point at the top, it comes over this way 2.7. 1875, 2.7, 1875 at 210, and then this comes down from the center. So I'm going to copy this line from the center as well, copy this down, and that is going to be the height of this section right here. And then the thickness of this is the same thickness at the bottom, so it's 0.505. So I can go ahead and take this line that we already have right here, and from the, let's see, it definitely needs to be that should have came out a little bit farther. I think I messed up that measurement. It should be with this, so I'm just going to extend this up. Extend this out to this point, and now I'm going to move this, whoops, left click, right click, move this point to here, connect this line all the way off, trim this up. And the thickness of this is this line right here, so left click, right click, copy from this point, that point. Okay, and this comes back 1 and 1/16 this way. Ignore that section right there. 1 and 1/16 this way. 1/16 as a decimal is 0.625, so 1.0625, 1.0625 at 30, and then I'm coming down, just use the first number, 1.19, 1.19 at 270, and then back out, whoops, that line, I don't really have that measurement yet, so I'm going to take this line here and copy it over to this point. let's see, is that right? Okay, these measurements are going to be a little bit off, so I'm going to carry this on through. I'm going to delete this line right here. I'm going to carry this line on through. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Meant to get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that, and I'm going to left click on this line now. Grab this grip and drag it down to that point. That's what you get. Your measurements are going to be slightly off when you do measurements that are like this. Alright, so this drawing right here, I can get rid of that, I can get rid of this, and now I need to draw this connection back to this point, and this line right here, I'm going to left click, right click, copy from the right hand section over to this section right here, and then I can do the same thing here, trim this up a bit, then left click this line, right click the line, copy it from the bottom, paste it over here. Do the same thing with this, left click, right click, copy it from here to here, and then I'm almost done. Left click, right click, copy this selection from the right hand side, put it here, and now I can just connect this to this, and now I'm going to trim it off. And then connect this. And now it looks like the last thing I have to do is go down here to the tangent, connect it to the tangent of this, and then the thickness of this right here is right there, so this is where I would trim that off. This comes over. And this thickness of this actually is 0.5, so I'm going to delete this right here. It's 0.55, right, 0.55, so from this point I'm only going to the center of this line, 0.55 this way, 0.505 at 330. I'm going to copy, actually just, copy this from the center to this point right here, and where this line intersects is where we trim it off. It should just, it's slightly off, so we're just going to move this up a bit. Okay, I'm just going to leave that alone. Now I'm going to trim this stuff out. And then I'll be done. Didn't mean to do that. I want to keep... That's done off because I haven't done the edge there. And we're almost done. Looks like I need to finish this. Boom, bam. And now for the sake of the video, once you get to this point, I'm going to have a fix for this in the next video for class. And then we'll round off the edges here and make sure, okay, that's probably why this is not working. Still not. Okay, we'll fix that in class.